In this video, I'm going to explain how you can build your portfolio as a social media manager who has little or no experience at all. I'm talking about work experience. So if you're just starting out as a social media manager, maybe you just completed a course and you're wondering how you can build your portfolio so that you can attract potential clients or employers, then stay with me in this video because I'm going to explain how you can do this successfully. And yes, you don't need any work experience. So let's get started. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind is that when someone asks for your portfolio, whether a client or whether an employer, all they want to see is your skill set, the proof that you can actually get the job done. It does not necessarily mean that you need to have worked for a real or legit company, before they can hire you. For example, if you are a graphic designer, it doesn't matter whether you have worked for a company or you have not worked for any company. As long as you have a portfolio where you have your designs. Now, those designs can be fictional designs. They can be designs that you did when you were practicing. But as long as they are good enough, and as long as they are on your portfolio, a client can see that and be impressed and just hire you. They don't need to ask, have you worked at this company before, or have you worked at that company before? You understand me? So as a social media manager, I'm about to explain how you can achieve this same thing. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to have two fictional businesses built on the social media platform of your choosing. So for instance, you can choose to have these fictional businesses on Instagram. It's best if you just choose a single platform, and Instagram is perhaps like the easiest platform you can actually achieve what I'm about to explain. So you're going to create these two fictional businesses. It could be about anything. Business one could be maybe a clothing brand. Business two could be maybe an online marketing agency. Whatever business idea you come up with, you're going to create these fictional businesses. You're going to build them like real businesses, which means they're going to have a logo, you're going to have a tagline, you're going to have their bios written up on Instagram, they're going to have professional highlight covers, all those things that every normal business have. You're going to create all these things on Instagram for each business. Now, the reason you are doing this is so that you can work for these fictional businesses for, let's say, maybe 2-3 months. And now whatever result you achieve on these fictional businesses will be what you present to potential clients or employers. Now, this means you don't need to work for a real company. Let's say there's no company that is willing to hire you because you have zero experience. This is exactly what you should do. Create at least two, depending on how much time you have on your hands and your strength. You can do 3 companies, or 4, but I think 2 is fine. Minimum of 2 fictional companies. Create them on Instagram, which means you are going to create an Instagram page and then build this brand on that page. So you're going to be creating content consistently, trying to grow your following. You understand? You can even tell your friends or your families to follow your Instagram page. Now, people who do not even know you or what you're trying to do will think this is a legitimate business, but it's a fictional business. It's just like a project, so you can have something to present before your potential clients or your potential employer. Now, so in the period of 2 or 3 months, if you can diligently create content, good content consistently on these 2 platforms, across these 2 pages, these 2 fictional businesses, you're going to get results. You're going to get more followers, you're going to get engagements, your analytics will look really good, and then all you need to do is put the links of these 2 pages on your, let's say, on your CV, for example. When a client comes or when an employer comes and they ask that, okay, what's your experience like? You can say, oh, I've never worked with any real company, but this is what I have achieved. And then you can refer them to those your fictional companies that you've created on Instagram. And then when they see the results, you show them your analytics and say, this is what I've achieved, these are the challenges that I've met, and if they are impressed, I believe most people will be impressed by that. Then you could land yourself a job or a gig. So this is a simple idea that I think people can embrace, especially beginner social media managers.